In this video, we're going to be replacing the coolant, overflow, and windshield washer fluid reservoir in this 1996 Ford F-150. So now, the first thing we're going to do is locate this bar here. This bar is actually for your spare tire and your jack. We're going to have to remove this to get access to our reservoir. It's in 3 clips. We're just going to push forward and out of these clips. There's one here on the passenger side. If we follow it across, there's one here on the driver's side. And there's one more just behind our reservoir here, which is actually a push down. So we're going to rotate this bar up and push it straight down out of that clip. Now we can take this bar and set it aside. All right, now you can see our reservoir here. You can also see that our bolt or our stud here is broken. Okay? Now, side note, before you start doing this, make sure your coolant is cool and your vehicle hasn't been run. Otherwise, this isn't something you want to do until the fluid inside here is cool. Now for us, we don't have any coolant in here, but we do have washer fluid in here. So you would remove the nut from this stud here, and then on the driver's side, you have a tab that's slid in to a little spot there. You would pull that out, and then lift your reservoir straight up. Now there will be one more point of contact down here on a bracket, which is actually going to be a tab on the bottom of your reservoir, and it'll slide into that bracket. So now for us, we have washer fluid in here, we have our washer pump, we have our line, and then we have our coolant overflow line here. So because we have no coolant in here, we can remove our coolant line. While we're here, we're going to disconnect our pump. We will be transferring our pump over into the new container. So our pump is held in place with a couple of tabs here, a couple of locking tabs. We'll use a hook tool to pop those tabs and remove the plug. We can set the plug aside. Okay, so we're going to put our spill protection down here, a couple absorbent mats. We're going to disconnect our line. Plug that line, and then transfer over our fluid. Just let it drain. So now your new reservoir doesn't come with a pump in it, so we're going to need to take our old pump, put it in our new reservoir. To do that, right inside here is going to be a metal retaining ring. So we're going to use a hook tool, and we're going to see if we can pop up that retaining ring. So now we're going to remove our pump. So now to install our pump, you'll see right on the outside rim here, there's a little notch. That notch is going to line up with the notch in the new reservoir. So we'll line those up and press down. Once you have that pressed all the way down, we're going to take our retaining ring and we're also going to press that down into place. Again, we'll use our hook tool. Once you have your pump installed, we're ready to take it to the vehicle. So now our new reservoir is ready to go in. First thing we're going to do is connect our washer fluid line. Go ahead and just press that into place. While we're here, we can put the plug on for our pump. Same thing here, just press that into place. Make sure those 2 locks on top and bottom are locked in. And we can take our overflow coolant line and push that on as well. So now when we put our new reservoir in place, you'll see this bracket here with a slot in it. There's a tab on the back of your new reservoir that's going to slide into that slot. So we're going to lower our reservoir into place. We're going to try and align that back tab into that slot. We're going to put our driver's side tab into that slot as well. And typically here, what you would do is put your nut back on this stud. Again, our nut is broke, our stud is actually broken here. So now that you have your reservoir mounted and it's firmly in, we're going to start to refill our fluids. We're going to start with the washer fluid. Okay, once you're done with your washer fluid, go ahead and cap it back up. We can move over to our coolant. Once you're ready for your coolant, make sure you look down the side and identify where your cold fill line is. Go ahead and open up your cap, and you're going to fill to that cold fill line as long as your vehicle is cold. All right, so we're going to put a funnel in place, and we're going to top off our coolant. All right, once you're full in your coolant, go ahead and pull your funnel cap off your coolant, and now we can reinstall our bar. So now we can reinstall our bar. The first thing we're going to do is up by our air filter. We're going to put that in place and then put our other two clips in place. We're going to pull up by our air filter, set it into that clip. Across the front of the vehicle, we're just going to pull backwards to set the bar into these two clips. And that's it.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.